Intermediate, CSS, Part 1. This is a 3-challenge assignment on Google Classroom. This is video and tutorial 3 of 3. The first 2 were fancy font families, which is the first video that is on the assignment on Google Classroom. Second challenge and the video that accompanies it is great big font sizes. And now the last one of the 3 is going to be famous font formats. So first we're going to go to the video from our friend Pamela, and then we will get into the challenge.
Let's see what else we can change about the font. What if we want this first paragraph to be bold? We could wrap the whole paragraph in a strong tag, but that would be kind of an abuse of the strong tag. We're not really trying to say that the whole first paragraph is a highlight. We just think it might look better bolded. So instead, we should use a CSS property, font weight. Let's go up to the relevant CSS rule and say font-weight: bold. Ta-da! It's bold. Now, what if we want to make all these lyrics italicized, slanted? Once again, we could wrap them all in an M tag because the browser always defaults to giving M italicized style. But we shouldn't do that because that's kind of an abuse of the M tag. We're not trying to emphasize the whole song, we just think it might look better italicized. So instead, we should use a CSS property, font style. Let's go up to our relevant rules on lyrics, say font-style: italic. Okay, great. Notice that we have a bunch of font-related properties in one rule for our lyrics. We've got font family, font size, and font style. If we want, we can actually bundle them up into a single property, font. Just writing font italic, 13 pix, fantasy. Okay, and we can delete the 3 properties that we used to have, and everything looks the same. This is called a shorthand property since, as you can see, it's a lot shorter. But me, I don't like it because I always forget what order to write the properties in, and it's just easier if I write them out one at a time. So I'm gonna bring back what I had before. It's up to you if you're a shorthander or a longhander. The important thing is to stay stylish.
Okay, so the challenge is pretty straightforward. It's asking us to make some things italics without using our emphasis tag. And that's, so emphasis is an HTML tag that is really made for like the body of a website. So what we're trying to do is make specific sections of a website like italicized. So we're going to use that the CSS tool that we just learned. So this says this web page displays some famous quotes and declarations from movies and TV shows. Add a CSS rule that makes all of the quotes have an italic font style so they'll look more like quotes. So we have quotes and famous declarations, which is kind of the same thing. So up here, we're going to put font-style: italics, semicolon, and that actually changes. Changes what we need, so I can put my quote there and all of it. Well, actually they're just asking for the quotes, not the declarations. I bet you the next step they're going to ask about declarations. So font-style: space italic and then semicolon, and then he says we're ready to go to the next step. And then it says now add a CSS rule that makes all of the declarations have a bold font weight, so they'll look like they were said in a loud voice. So the command for that is font weight. So instead of font style, we're going to do font weight. So that command looks like this. We'll do font-weight and then bold instead of the word italics. And it looks like we've done it. So those are bold now, and then our quotes up here are emphasized or italics. We're good to go. So finish that challenge. Just like every other challenge, we need to make sure you do that spin-off so it saves correctly with your name. So we're going to do that. Press the save button, let it load, and we're going to click this share button here next to the vote up button. Triple click is the trick for that. Control C to copy. Going back to the classroom assignment, I'm going to put that link in there, and I want the first challenge in there too. So in order to do that, I could go back here, and if I forgot to do it for some reason, or just, in case you need to do all three at the same time, I'll go back to it. So here's my fancy font families, and come on, load faster. Here we go. Might be because I have 20 or so tabs going, but that's okay. So here we go. And actually on this one, I kind of messed up a little bit, because when they had us do the body so that the whole thing was monospace, what I needed to do is take all this away. So I think I'm going to fix that while I'm here. And so now everything here is the same monospace style that they wanted it to be. So I'm going to do that spin off again because I needed to fix it anyway. And the procedure is the same as always. Share, triple click to highlight, Control C to copy, going to our assignment, link, Control V to paste. And I've got all three of my spin-off challenges, and I can turn that in. So I'm going to click Turn In, and that is it. You have successfully completed Intermediate Coding CSS Part 1 for the font stuff. Next up is the project, and we'll get into that next.